Hi, I'm Jim Lowe, and welcome to High Country Chronicles Knives and Gear. It's Saturday, October 9th, and I am at the Browns Ravine area of Folsom Lake. I meant to be backpacking today, but unfortunately that didn't work out, so I've opted to go for a long run instead. I'm going to be doing an out and back from Browns Ravine to Salmon Falls. It's a nice rolling trail along what I guess is the eastern portion of Folsom Lake.
Folsom Lake is a reservoir on the American River northeast of Sacramento in Northern California. It's a 2-hour drive from the San Francisco Bay Area and a 40-minute drive from Sacramento.
This is a run through the Golden Hills that California is famous for. Golden grass, oak trees, lots of raspberry, blackberry bushes, little poison oak, a few stream crossings. It's an absolutely beautiful run. Now, when you come on this trail, you need to bring plenty of water. There's one water stop, so the sign says that from Browns Ravine to Salmon Falls, it's 12 miles. There is one water stop, which is about, I think it's maybe mile 9. Otherwise, trail is completely dry. There are several creeks, a couple of which may be large enough to hold water all year. So if you bring a pump, then you can filter your water. Otherwise, be prepared to carry. Yeah, that fence doesn't look high enough to keep those dogs from coming at you. To me either. Now, it's pretty warm today. It was about 70 degrees at around 8 o'clock in the morning on Highway 50. When I got to the trailhead, sitting at about 64. So the one good thing about this trail, at least in the morning, is, a lot of it is shaded. So it's hot, but I'm not feeling it as bad as, you know, I might be, if I was running around, you know, the trails of Shell Ridge and Mount Diablo, that sort of thing. New York Creek. This generally has enough water in it year round if you need to pump. Let's see. No, it's completely dry. Wow. No, there's some water. Last time I came through here, this was just raging. So, water either way. We're 9 miles in, so 9.4 miles to Browns Ravine, 2.6 miles to Old Salmon Falls. By the way, the distance on my Sunto was, or is, consistent with that signage back there. So my Sunto right now says 9.45 miles, and that said 9.4. So actually, Sunto might be a little off because I started it outside of the assembly area, so it might be off by 0.2 of a mile. Most of the trail is runnable. Nothing really steep. You know, there are a few steep patches, but nothing real bad. Okay, so this is the Monte Vista Trail, I guess north. Trailhead is this way, and that's where the potable water is. So I'm not going to stop there now. I've got plenty of water. I will stop on the way back. I'm getting close. This tall pine grove just outside the Salmon Falls rest area. Okay, I am on the hill above Salmon Falls. And the rest area is right down in here. Salmon Falls recreation area. There's a porta potty, but no portable water. So 2 hours 40 minutes. My watch says 11.5 miles, despite the 12 miles marked on the sign. From here, if you really want to get 13 in so you can get your 26, you can continue going. Just be warned that there's no, the trail ends or disappears, so you'll be making your own single track along the creek. Now today, I've been fueling on tailwind, so 7 scoops of tailwind and 2.6 liters of water with a scoop of branch chain aminos. I've decided to take the speed nut every 75 minutes, and I'm just trying to see if I can do something about that gut rot that I've been feeling, you know, the bloating. So we'll see. If I get to be about 3 or 4 hours in and I'm not feeling any bloating, that'll be a good thing. I'm a little tired, but I was tired before I started. Heart rate's a bit depressed today. I don't think it's been any higher than 160. Okay, heading back to Brown's Ravine. Hope he's not waiting for me. Salmon Falls, Institute of Forest Genetics, Placerville, California, Pacific Southwest Research Station. Planted in 1972. Here's a short break in the trail, and if I take this, it'll take me up to the main fire road where I can get my water without adding too much distance to the total travel. Okay, there's the trail up to the water. The sign back there said it was 0.9 or 9/10 of a mile. So from here, probably 7/10 of a mile. Potable water, 0.1 miles. Here we are. Picnic area and water fountain. Well, I've still got plenty of water. I'm definitely not drinking enough this year. I mean, that's not even a liter, and I've been out for 3 hours. Okay, filled up on some water. I topped off to 2 liters, and then I drank a bunch from the tap. You know, I've only been carrying a bladder on my runs for the last couple of years. You know, I used to carry bottles. I used to have a bottle full of hydration drink and then a bottle full of fresh water. And frankly, I like the taste of fresh water now and then, and I'm thinking maybe I'll go back to the bottles. It's a little bit easier to gauge how much you're drinking when you've got a bottle in front of you, because you can actually see it. You know how much the bottle contains, you know how much you're going through every hour. With the bladder, it's just kind of hit and miss. It's kind of like, okay, well, have I sipped enough this hour, and then am I getting enough fluids in? And you don't really know. So maybe I will do that. Anyway, it's back down the trail, or it's back down this fire road to the trail and then back to the car. I'm betting it's going to be over 3 hours. You know, most of it is, again, it's rolling. I'm tired. I won't be running as much, but we'll see. I'm guessing if I take that way, if I take that left split, that's going to take me to where I saw that sign before. But I'm going to get back to where I got off the trail. So, or at least as close to that as possible, without shortcutting it. Okay, I've come back to where I originally met this trail, and just have to follow it down to the bottom, and it'll intersect with the Ravine trail. Browns Ravine, 10.5 miles. And I'm at 3 hours and 19 minutes. So some of you might be wondering about snakes. Not uncommon to run into snakes walking around El Dorado Hills. That said, I've never encountered a snake, running this trail. And you figure there's a lot of high grass, a lot of sun, a lot of shade. When it's really hot, you'd expect to see some. I've never seen any. So I don't know if that's because it's a popular trail and they've learned to stay off, or maybe there's just better places for them to sun. Whew. Wow, that looks so refreshing. And I guess, I don't know, people using that tree for a swing, maybe when the water's high, but that doesn't look like a great idea. So I think I'm getting pretty close to the car. It's hot, and I've been sort of run walking for the last couple miles. And when I came in, I came down this. I tend to go back this way. Now, if you parked outside the park like I did, the trail goes this way, but you would have come in from this way. So you got to take a left after the dry creek to get back to your car. Oh, so I'm back at the Browns Ravine staging area. Sunto's telling me 23.66 miles, 6 hours 13 minutes. The wheels came off those last few miles, but you know, I'm trying to get my fueling right, and so, you know, better for that to happen now than in a race or something. I'm not quite sure if I'm knackered because I was tired when I started, or if, you know, if my fueling was off. But if you're planning on coming out to Folsom Lake and trying this trail, I hope this helped you. If you followed the entire time, thank you for that. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for coming along.